How's it going, everybody? Jer here from The View, and I hope you're all having a really good day. Let's crack on with the Leeds news. It's small bits and pieces, but we'll get through it pretty quickly. So we're going to just start off with some rule changes that are being proposed for the start of the 2024 Premier League campaign. The Premier League executives met this week to discuss the new deal that's being proposed to help out with the EFL clubs as well. And one of the proposals that has come up is that they are looking at scrapping third and fourth round FA Cup replays, and will also look to put more funds down the pyramid into the EFL clubs as well. Also, as part of this, they are looking at revamping the League Cup, where teams in the Premier League that are playing in European competitions won't take part in the League Cup or would field under 21 sides. We've already seen a bit of that with the FA Trophy. It's an interesting one. I think you'd lose a bit of the shine off the League Cup, the little bit of shine that's left on it. But at the same time, you maybe open the door for some other clubs to come through and start winning some trophies and not having the dominance of Man City and Liverpool and Manchester United. So it would be nice to see, and Chelsea, it would be nice to see that happen. So moving on then to some Leeds manager news, or ex-manager news, and a mixed bag really. We'll start off with the negative stuff. Carlos Corberan has been sacked after 48 days in charge of Olympiacos. He started off reasonably well, qualifying for the Europa League group stages, but has struggled in the games in the group stages so far. They lost at the weekend, and their owner, who's also the owner of Nottingham Forest, Evangelos Marinakis, has decided that he's had enough, and they lost to 6th place. Alan Pardew's 6th place side in the league, and that was the end of Carlos Corberan's 48 days in charge. Ruthless. And he has lost his job. May see him come back across to England, where he's done reasonably well. Maybe not working for owners like that. He's very much a Chileno-esque type owner, so snap judgments. On the flip side of ex-manager, Simon Grayson having a pretty decent time over in India. His club Bangalore FC won their first ever Durand Cup. They beat Mumbai 2-1 and have been unbeaten this season so far. Simon Grayson having a fantastic time over in India so far, so well done to Simon. Call-ups, Darko JB has been called up along with Sonny Perkins to the England under 19 squad. Both good for them. Both of them in great form at the start of the season. They've done really, really well. They've been excellent for Leeds, and it's only a matter of time for me before Perkins is in the first team squad. JB for me is a little bit more work to do just in terms of watching the under 21 games, and again, we said it yesterday, some sloppy passes and decision making in his own half where he shouldn't be doing Cruyff turns and step overs. He should be passing the ball. And obviously we spoke yesterday about Pat Bamford having a bit of a pop at him as well, overdoing it. So he's going to get better. He's a good player, but I think Perkins probably being the one of the current batch of under 21s that should be pushing through to the senior side at this stage. He has European experience at West Ham, so it's only a natural kind of progression for him. On players coming into Leeds, and there's a couple of bits and pieces this morning, and I'm you can tell me how you feel about this person. I know there's a portion of people who want this to happen. I don't. Noa Lang has been linked again with Leeds yesterday, and Fabrizio Romano is saying that Leeds, along with an unnamed Italian side, are keeping track of Lang, and that Club Brugge are in a position where they're keen to let the player move on. He is available. The reason I'm not so sure about this is Noa Lang has made some fairly anti-Semitic statements online, as well as some pretty homophobic statements in the past, and has gotten in trouble for it. He seems to be a player with a bit of an attitude and thinks he's possibly better than he is, or thinks that it doesn't matter what he does in his personal life, he's a great footballer, he can still get what he wants. His attitude, for me, I think stinks, and I think it would cause problems in the Leeds dressing room. He's not a player I would like to see come in just on the basis of that, because Leeds seem to have a very tight-knit, close, humble enough group at the moment, and putting a grenade like Noa Lang into the squad, there's a reason why Bruges are looking to offload. He is a fantastic player, and there is no doubt about that. Is he the right fit for Leeds? I just don't think it is. I mean, he's never apologised for the statements that he's made. There's a portion of Leeds fans online who are saying it doesn't matter about his personal life. If he's a good player and he makes Leeds better, then we should sign him. There's a solid argument for that. And then there's the other side of it, of saying, well, if the attitude's not right, he can upset a dressing room and really kind of mess things up a little bit. And also, we saw with Kiko Casilla, I mean, if people are people are not okay with Kiko Casilla, why would you be okay with Noa Lang? Is it a case of, well, if you're a good player, it doesn't matter what you say, but if you're a player that's a bit dodgy, it does matter what you say, and that's the excuse to get rid of you. So I'm not on the fence on this one. I don't think Noa Lang's a player Leeds should be going after, but that's my opinion, and I never fall out with people over their opinion. So if you've got an opinion on it, that's your opinion. You're entitled to that. So if you want to let me know in the comments what you think about it, it's an interesting one. Brendan Aaronson has been interviewed this week while away on international duty with the United States men's national team. And I like this one because he said it's been a whirlwind since he's joined Leeds, going from where he was into pre-season and thinking, can I do it in pre-season? Then he said, yeah, I can, but can I do it at this level? And he had a bit of work to do around that. And he said that it's just clicked for him. It's clicked with the players, it's clicked with the system, it's clicked with the training. And then he said that the support from the fans from day one has been incredible, and he is super committed to giving 110% to becoming a Leeds legend. And I love that. I love the fact that he's got a goal of not just advancing in his career through Leeds, but actually leaving a mark on Leeds and leaving a legacy for himself. So he continues to impress me and continues to show himself off as a strong character off the pitch as well as on the pitch. So well done, Brendan Aaronson. That was a nice interview. Well done. Go check it out if you haven't seen it. In news of players who left Leeds, Eli Capri having a really good time. The former Leeds under 21-23's goalkeeper having a fantastic time to the start of Serie B campaign with Bari. He has been described as one of the revelations of the season. The 21-year-old has played 6 games, has had 6 goals conceded, 2 clean sheets, and a 76% save percentage, which is incredible, and 1 penalty save from 1 penalty taken against him. He has had a great start. He always looked pretty strong in under 23s. The question was, would he break through? And the age he was getting to, it was a case of, well, you can't just hold on to him. But delighted for him. Well done, Eli Capri. Moving to the topic that everyone's getting sick and tired of talking about, and I'm going to stop talking about it today, but just to give you an update on this, the Cody Gakpo stuff. So according to Fabrizio Romano, his agent, Gakpo's agent, is pretty close friends with Erik ten Hag, and Manchester United are said to be interested in going into the player in January. So I think we can all put a pin in that one. It's done. So we all thought it would be an effort to get Cody Gakpo after missing out on him. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll get him. But if Manchester United are interested in him, and if there's a friendship there between the agent and the manager of Manchester United, I think we know where he's going. We'll wait and see. So some information on games. Aaronson in his interview was also asked about the lack of game time that Leeds have had, and he said they've had several behind closed doors games as well as some inter-squad friendlies as well. So he said they've been keeping themselves sharp and working on the areas of the game that they wanted to work on, which is nice to hear, because with 29 days between games, you need to be doing something. So I'm glad there's been some behind closed doors games, and there has been some inter-squad games to keep them sharp and work on the elements that need to be worked on. I really need to work on counterattacks, getting caught on counterattacks. Stop getting caught on counterattacks. First team and under 21 team. Sort that one out. It's glaringly obvious. And then the last thing to talk about is some news on Charlie Cresswell's deal to Millwall that Phil Hay gave yesterday. Phil has said that it is not a similar deal to Shackleton. Leeds offered Millwall Shackleton to get him game time with an option to buy the player. However, Charlie Cresswell does not have an option to buy, and Leeds never offered him. Millwall came to Leeds to get the player, and then Millwall met Leeds' demands. Now, there is a penalty clause in the deal should Charlie Cresswell not play a certain percentage of games. And also there is a recall clause in his contract as well that Leeds can bring him back if and when they need him. That can happen at Christmas if they need to bring him back. Now, I think you should leave him for the year. I think we've got enough cover with Cooper coming back. We should be okay. And if Llorente can sort himself out, we should be okay. But I would like to see Leeds go and buy it and a half at Christmas. A proper senior Premier League level centre-back who's calm. That would be fantastic. So, so Charlie's doing really, really well. He's got a couple of goals, 3 goals so far, a couple of clean sheets, and has had a few ups and downs, but he seems to be settling into his time at Millwall. And he's doing great. Shackleton's playing nearly every minute of every game at the moment now, so that's great for him as well. Deserves game time. But playing at right wing back, which the more you look at him with different managers, the more it's looking like that's going to be his position. And if he can nail that down, maybe he can come back to us and play there as well, because he's very fast and he's very comfortable on the ball. So anyway, that's enough waffle for today. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow with more news. Thanks for popping by, and I'll see you then. Bye.